What are you seeing on the screen?
Sir, 2.43 and 4.
Excellent. Yeah. And 4. Canto 2, chapter 4, verse 3 and 4. Paprachachemam evartam
Paprachachimam evartam
yanmam prachatta sattama
yanmam prachatta sattama
krishnanubhava shavane
krishnanuvavane
shraddhano mamana
shraddhanuvamana
samstam vijnaya sanyasya
samsama vignaya sannasya
karma traivargikam chayet
karma vivargikam charita
vasudeve bhagavati
vasudeve bhagavati
atma bhavam dridam gata
atma bhavam dridam gata
paprachachemam evartam
evartam
yanmam prachatta sattama
yanmam prachatta sattama
krishnanubhava sravane
krishnanuvavashravane
shraddhano mahamana
Shraddhano Mahamana.
samstam vijnaya sanyasya
samsama vignaya sannasya
Sanyasya
karma traivargikam chayat
karma vivargikam charita
vasudeve bhagavati
Vasudeve Bhagavati
atma bhavam dridam gata
Atma Bhavam
Atmam
paprachachemam evartam
paprachitmam
yanmam prachatta sattama
yanmam chatta sattama
krishnanubhava sravane
Krishna
krishnavavashavane
shraddhano mahamana.
Shraddha
Mahamana
Tamstam vijnaya sanyasya
tamsam vignaya sannasya
karma traivargikam chayat
karma vivargikam chaya
vasudeve bhagavati
vasudeve bhagavati
atma bhavam dridam gata.
atma
Bhavam
bhagavata
Yes, please recite.
paprakshachemamevatham
Paprakshachemameva
yanmam prikshatta sattama
Mam Prichatta Tattamam
krishnanubhavashravane
Krishna Bhava Shravane
Shraddhano Mahamana.
Shraddha Dhanu Mahamana.
Samstam Vignaya Sanyasya.
Samstama Vignaya Sanyasya.
Karma Traivargikam Chaya.
Karma Traivartikam Chayat.
Vasudeve Bhagavati.
Vasudeve Bhagavati.
Atma Bhavam Dridham Gata.
Atma Bhavam Dridham. Papracha Chemamevartam.
Paprachati chaimanyevartam.
Yanman Prachata Sattama.
Janmam Prachata Sattama.
Krishnanubhava Shravane.
Krishnanubhava Shravane.
Shraddha Dhanu Mahamana.
Shraddha Dhano Mahamana.
Samstha Vijnana Sanyasya.
Samstam Vignana Sanyasya.
Karma Traivargikam Chayat.
Karma Traivargikam Chaya.
Vasudeve Bhagavati.
Vasudevi Bhagavati.
Atma Bhavam Dridham Gata.
Atma Bhavam Dridham Gata.
Translation and purport by Sri Grace of Charnaranda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
Synonyms. Papracha, asked.
Papracha asked.
Cha, also.
Cha also.
Imam, this.
Imam this.
Eva, exactly like.
Eva exactly like.
Artham, purpose.
Artham purpose.
Yet that.
Yet that.
Mom, unto me.
Mom unto
me.
Prichata, you are asking.
Prichata you are asking.
Sattama, O great sages.
Sattama, O great sages.
Krishna Anubhava, wrapped in thought of Krishna.
Krishna Anubhava, wrapped in thought of Krishna.
Shravane, in hearing.
Shravana, in hearing.
Shraddhadana, full of faith.
Shraddhadana, full of faith.
Mahamana, the great soul.
Mahamana, the great soul.
Samstam, death.
Samstam, death.
Vijnaya, being informed.
Vijnana, being informed.
Sanyasya, renouncing.
Sannyasa, renouncing.
Karma, fruitive activities.
Karma, fruitive activities.
Trivargikam, the three principles religion.
Trivargikam, three principles religion.
Economic development and sense gratification.
Economic development and sense gratification.
So also.
Cha also.
Yet what it may be.
Yet what it may be.
Vasudeva unto Lord Krishna.
Vasudeva unto Lord Krishna.
Bhagavati, the personality of Godhead.
Bhagavati, the personality of Godhead.
Atma Bhavam, attraction of love.
Atma Bhavam, attraction of love.
Dridham, firmly fixed.
Dridham, firmly fixed.
Gatha, achieved.
Gata,
achieved.
Translation, please repeat after me. Oh, great sages, the great soul Maharaja Parikshit.
Oh, great sages, the great soul
Maharaja
Parikshit.
Constantly wrapped in thought of Lord Krishna, knowing well of his imminent death.
Constantly wrapped in thought of Lord Krishna, knowing well of his imminent death.
Renounced all sorts of fruitive activities, namely acts of religion, economic development, and sense gratification.
Renounced all sorts of fruitive activities, namely acts of religion, economic development, and sense gratification.
And thus fixed himself firmly in his natural love for Krishna.
And thus fixed himself firmly in his natural love for Krishna.
And asked all these questions exactly as you are asking me.
And asked all these questions exactly as you are asking me.
Purport.
The three
The three activities of religion, economic development, and sense gratification are generally attractive for conditioned souls struggling for existence in the material world. Such regulated activities prescribed in the Vedas are called the karma kandya, conception of life, and the householders are generally recommended to follow the rules just to enjoy material prosperity both in this life and in the next. Most people are attracted by such activities. Even in the activities of their modern godless civilization, people are more concerned with economic development and sense gratification without any religious sentiments. As a great emperor of the world, Maharaja Parikshit had to observe such regulations of the Vedic Karma Kandiya section, but by his slight association with Shukadev Goswami, he could perfectly understand that Lord Krishna, the absolute personality of Godhead, Vasudev, from whom for whom he had a natural love since his birth, is everything, and thus he fixed his mind firmly upon him, renouncing all modes of Vedic karma kandya activities. This perfectional stage is attained by a gnani after many, many births. The gnanis or the empiric philosophers endeavoring for liberation are thousands of times better than the fruitive workers, and out of hundreds of thousands of such gnanis, one is liberated factually. And out of hundreds and thousands of such liberated persons, even one person is rarely found who can firmly fix his mind unto the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna, as declared by the Lord himself in the Bhagavad Gita 7.19. Maharaja Parikshit is specially qualified with the word Mahamana, which puts him on an equal level with the Mahatmas described in the Bhagavad Gita. In the latter age, also, there have been many Mahatmas of this type, and they also gave up all Karma Kandiya conceptions of life, solely and wholly depending on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Lord Chaitanya, who is Lord Krishna himself, taught us in his Shikshastakam, Aslisya Ratam Vinashtumam Adrashana Marmahatam Karoti Va Yatha Tatha Va Vidhatu Lampato Mat Prananathastu Sa Eva Na Para. Lord Krishna, who is the lover of many devotees, women, may embrace this fully surrendered maidservant, or may trample me with his feet, or he may render me broken-hearted by not being present before me for a long duration of time. But still, he is nothing less than the absolute Lord of my heart. Srila Rupa Goswami spoke thus. Virachayamai dandam dina bandho dayami va गतिरिह न भावता कचित् अन्यममास्ति निपाततु शतकोटि निर्भरं व नवाम्भ तदपि किल पयोदस्तूयते चतकेन. O Lord of the poor, do what you like with me. Give me either mercy or punishment, but in this world I have none to look to except your lordship. The Chartaka bird always prays for the cloud, regardless of whether it showers rains or throws a thunderbolt. Srila Madhavendra Puri, the grand spiritual master of Lord Chaitanya, took leave of all karma kandya obligations in the following words. Sandhya Vandana Bhadram Astu Bhavato Go Snanatubhyam Namo Bhavo Deva Pitrascha Tarpan Vidhau Naham Shama Kshamyatam Yatra Kvapi Nisadya Yadava Kuluto Samyak Kamsadvisha Smaram Smaram Agham Harami Tad Alam Manyakim Anyenami. O my evening prayer, all good unto you. O my morning bath, I bid you goodbye. O demigods and forefathers, please excuse me. I am unable to perform any more offerings for your pleasure. Now I have decided to free myself from all reactions to sins simply by remembering anywhere and everywhere the great descendant of Yadu and the great enemy of Kamsa, Lord Krishna. I think that this is sufficient for me. So what is the use of further endeavors? Srila Madhavendra Puri said further, Muktam mam nigadhantu niti nipuna bhrantam muhur vaidika manda bandava sanchaya jada dhiyam muktadara dara sodara unmatam dhanino viveka chatura kamam mahadambikam muktum na shamate manag api manogovinda padiswaram. Let the sharp morality accuse me of being illusioned. I do not mind. Experts in Vedic activities may slander me as being misled. Friends and relatives may call me frustrated. My brothers may call me a fool. The wealthy Mammonites may point me out as mad, and the learned philosophers may assert that I am much too proud. Still, my mind does not budge an inch from the determination to serve the lotus feet of Govinda, though I be unable to do it. And also Prahlad Maharaj said, धर्मार्थकाम इति यो भीतस्त्रिवर्ग इक्षत्रैनयदमौ विविध च वर्त मन्यतद् एतत् अखिलं निगामस्य सत्यं स्वत्मर्पणं स्वशुद्ध परमस्य पुंसाम्. Religion, economic development, and sense gratification are celebrated as three means of attaining the path of salvation. Of these, Ikshatrayi, especially, that is, knowledge of the self, knowledge of fruitive acts and logic, and also politics and economics, are different means of livelihood. All these are different subjects of Vedic education, and therefore I consider them temporary engagements. On the other hand, surrendering unto the Supreme Lord Vishnu is a factual gain in life, and I consider it the ultimate truth. Bhagavatam 7.6.26. The whole matter is concluded in the Bhagavad Gita 2.41 as Vayas Buddhi, or the absolute path of perfection. Sri Baladev Vidyabhushana, a great Vaishnava scholar, defines this as Bhagavad Archana Rupaika Nishkama Karma Bhi Vishuddha Chitta, accepting transcendental loving service to the Lord as the prime duty, free from fruitive reaction. So Maharaja Parikshit was perfectly right when he firmly accepted the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, renouncing all karma kandiya conceptions of life.
हरि ओम तत्सतोम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णकृष्णाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताय स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमो आचार्यपदाय निताय कृपप्रदायिने गौरकथा दामदाय नगरग्रामतारिणे नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णकृष्णाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादे पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे हरिहराय नम कृष्ण यादवाय नम हरि गोपाल गोविंद राम श्री मधुसूदनाम मुखम करोति वाचालं मंगलं गायते गिरिं कृपातमहं श्री गुरुदेव तारिणं परमानंद माधवं श्री चैतन्यमेश्वरम् हरि ओम तत्सत very beautiful words and wonderful pastimes of Sri Madhavendra Puri slokas quoted by Srila Prabhupada in his purport very aptly in a very right situation. He reminds us that we are not entangled. Those who are Krishna conscious Krishna Anubhava Sravane Sraddadadu Mahamana Vasudeve Bhagavati Atmabhavam Dridam Gatha Krishna Anubhava Sravane. When we hear from right souls, the natural result will be Krishna consciousness. So this is very important that you must do Shravan from the authority, Krishnanubhava Shravane. This is very, very important. So, Krishna Bhavana Mrtha, Shraddadano Mahamana, one who hears with rapt attention, with faith, Mahamana, just like the great sages in Naimisharanya, they did. So, what is the real purpose? The real purpose is Vasudeva Bhagavati Atma Bhavam Dridam Gata, to increase our affection or love for Krishna, Vasudeva Bhagavati, Bhakti Yoga Prayojita, Janayati Asu Vairagyam. In first canto, second chapter, we have seen purpose, that is sannyasa. Sannyasa means renounced. People, they cannot renounce. They are very much attached to this material body and anything in relationship with this body. But the real purpose of human life is to become renounced. No more material body, please. That is required. Vairagyam. This is called renounced. Because we want this material body, therefore we get it. Life after life. This will continue so long, we will be overpowered by material thought. Material thought means these fruitive activities. I shall work very hard. I shall get so much wealth. And for this purpose, I can go to church and temple. If God gives me millions of dollars, then I am ready to go there. So the real purpose is sense gratification. If I take to religious principles, then I will get more money without any hard work. And if I get more money, then I will be able to satisfy my senses. This is called dharmartha kama. And there is another stage which is called moksha, liberation. So people are not interested for liberation. They want to become religious for material benefit. But that's not the real purpose of life. Material benefit, you cannot get more than what you are destined to have. That's already fixed up. You can neither increase it nor decrease it, nor can you transfer it, nor can you borrow it. According to your body, you get the body itself. We get different types of body according to the body. Our material sufferings and enjoyment are already fixed up. You cannot have more or less or any way. You will see one man is working so hard day and night and he could hardly maintain himself for his family. And another man is going to the market, sits down for 1 hour and earns $100,000 immediately. You can see simply by touching the phone. He simply asks, what is the rate of this? What is the rate of that? And he makes one transaction and immediately gets $1,000. And this man is working hard day and night. He could not even get 2 sufficient meals. So that means what? According to the body, the material happiness, just like you are, you have got this, whatever body you got, female, male, Indian, American, whatever it is. So automatically, you will get the facilities of the country you live in. Maybe if you get an American body, you'll be having more comfortable than other countries because you have no scarcity, enough production is there, everything is enough. So according to the body, you are getting comforts of the life. And in another country, deserted country or say Sri Lanka, very hard living, cannot get nice foodstuff. 2-time meal is very difficult for the citizens there in Sri Lanka for so long time, not just today or yesterday. It's going on for months together now. So only living on animals, that is also very rarely. So these are different. So take Greenland, it is filled up with ice. They cannot get any nice food there. Still they live there, right? So this is Maya. They will not think, oh, here the life is very difficult. Let me go away from here. Let me go to some other better place. No, he will not go. Janani Janma Bhumischa Swargadapi Guriyasi. Our birthplace, even if it is hell, it is better than heaven. That is Maya. Just like a hog. Hog is living most abominable condition of life with the stools and filthy water, but still he is thinking he is living in heaven. You see, Janani Janma Bhumischa Swargadapi Gariyasi. Therefore, the conclusion is that so far material comforts are concerned, you cannot get more or you cannot get less. You will get what you are destined. It's already fixed up. Deha yogene dehinam. Sukham andriyakam. Daitya deha yogene dehinam. Sarvatra labhyate. Huh? Prahlad Maharaj is telling, Sarvatra labhyate. So far material comfort is concerned, what you are destined to get, you will get it. In whatever you may live. Wherever you may live, you will get it. It doesn't matter where you live. Your allotment is already there. That is your body. And our sense pleasure means this material bodily pleasure. That's all. Sukham ani aindriyakam. We have got the senses, hands, legs, eyes, ears, and 5 working senses and gathering knowledge senses. They are all constitute the whole body. So bodily comfort means this sense gratification, dharma, artha, kama. But here it is said, Traivargikam, samstam vijnaya sanyasya karma traivargikam chayat. When you are ready for death, there is no more this Traivargikam. Traivargikam means religion, economic development, and sense gratification. That is called Traivargikam. So this human civilization, this is not human civilization in one sense, because there is question of dharma. So, dharma means what? Religion. Religion means what? Not like English language, a kind of faith. No, dharma means I've got my own dharma. I am Hindu, I am Christian, I am Muslim, I am this, I am that. But in Sanskrit language, dharma does not mean like that. It is not caste, a kind of faith. No, faith is blind. Today you are Hindu, tomorrow you are Christian. Today you are Christian, tomorrow you may become Muslim. So this faith changing is not dharma. Dharma means which you cannot change. That is called dharma. That which you can change is already temporary. That you cannot change is called dharma. Not that whimsically I change. That dharma is service. What is that dharma which you cannot change? That is giving service to Krishna. Giving service is your dharma. So every one of us rendering some service to other. This rendering service is our dharma. We can never give it up. That is dharma. Every one of us, Jivera Swarupohaya, Krishna Nitya Das, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives us immediate information. What is a living entity? He immediately gives the definition that a living entity means who is rendering service to the Lord. So we are rendering service. Somebody is rendering service to the country, society, family, at least to dog or cat. That is our general inclination because we want to give service to the Supreme. But because we have forgotten the Supreme, our service attitude is now distributed in so many ways. But I am serving. That's a fact. Either you serve a dog or either you serve God. The service is there and you cannot avoid that. You cannot say, nobody can say that I am not serving anyone. Even become God, so-called God, as there are so many rascals say that I am God, we are God, you are God, everyone is God. God is never servant of God, right? God is enjoyer, God is master, God does not serve anyone. Just like you see, now we have got Krishna, he is not serving, he is enjoying. That is God. You will always find God enjoying. God is not servant, he is master. Krishna says, Bhoktaram yajna tapasam. Bhokta means enjoyer. Everyone should be engaged for his service, and he is the only enjoyer. Ekale Yeshwara Krishna Rasabhritya. The only enjoyer, only master is Krishna, and all others, they are servants. Now, there may be gradation of servants. Just like in one country, president is also servant. In ordinary constable, he is also a servant. Everyone is servant. Nobody is master in some countries. So there is gradation of service. That's all. Somebody is serving as president. Somebody is serving as constable. Somebody is serving as dog. Somebody is serving as cat. And similarly, somebody is loving reciprocally in this way. The whole situation is there. But the central point is, Master is Krishna or God, and our love should be reposed unto him. This is the point. This is Krishna consciousness, Saddadhano Mahamana. So one who has fixed up his goal of life in this way, that I am rendering service, that's a fact, but I am not satisfied. Why? I am rendering so much service, just like in our normal this thing, okay? So much service, and he is not happy. So many presidents and great personalities like Gandhi, they served their nation fully, and finally they were killed by their own countrymen. Just see, here in this material world or Maya, if you render service to Maya, illusion, you will never be satisfied. Neither the person to whom you are giving service, he will be satisfied, nor you. There is no satisfaction either to the so-called master or to the servant, because Krishna is missing. That's all. One should understand this point. So this is the actual fact. Here the service is going on, but the master and the servant both are not satisfied. But there is another platform, spiritual world, where service is rendered also. Both the master and the servant become satisfied immediately. Tasmin tushte jagat tushta. So, just like I've given so many times this example, put the eatables into your stomach. Stomach is satisfied, and all the servants, the hands, the legs, and other part of your body, everything is satisfied. Others who acquire their foodstuff and put into the mouth, they are also satisfied automatically. The hands, legs, fingers, eyes, every part of my body immediately satisfied. Yatha prano fakaracha yathendriyanam. So, at the present moment, we are in the material existence. We are trying to be satisfied. The example is that, just like a child is crying, you give him something eatable. He puts it in the mouth and he is satisfied. No more crying. Similarly, actually, if we want to be satisfied, then as it is said here, samstam vijnaya sanyasya karam traivargikam. Give up this samstam vijnaya. Samstam means death. Death is sure. Death is the best surety. We say as sure as death. Nobody can say that I can avoid death. That's a fact. So, one who actually understands that I will have to die. People do not understand actually. Everyone thinks that he will not die. He will not die. That is called Maya. He is seeing already that everyone is dying, and still he is thinking that I shall not die. Or I shall live for millions of years. There is no question of death. But it is a fact. You may be advanced in science, but death is sure. That's a fact. Therefore, it is advised here in this sloka that samstam vijnaya, one who is actually intelligent, he should know that he will die. But the karmis, the rascals, he knows also that he will die, at least theoretically accept, but he wants to enjoy. Since the death does not come to the fullest extent, that is the present condition of the society. He knows that he will die. So long my senses are there, let me gratify. So, once what happened, Srila Prabhupada, he went to the bank. And in the bank, there was a cinema signboard, which Prabhupada noted and he spoke in another lecture. So Prabhupada was telling that when I went to the bank, there was a cinema signboard and that read, "Is there sex after death?" Prabhupada was laughing. You see, because this material life means sex. So they are seeking sex after death also. This is I mean to say plain acceptance of the materialistic. Is there sex after death? They are inquiring. If there is sex after death, then they are not fearful of death. Just see. There is a story that one man was drinking. So drinking in India is actually a great sin. So his friend advised that you are drinking, you will go to hell. So he said, my father also drinks. So he said, oh, your father also will go to hell. Then he says, oh, my brother also drinks. Then he says, oh, he also will go to hell. In this way, he continued to say, my father, my brother, my sister, my this and my that. And he was replying, yes, he will also go to hell. He will also go to hell. Then he says, oh, then hell is heaven because we are all drinking here and drink there also. So what is the hell? That is heaven. How can you call it hell? See the foolishness. Similarly, the signboard is like that. If sex is there after death, then that is not death. That is life. They are thinking. So actually, you have got sex after death because you will get into another body, no? And now you are having sex as human being in very nice apartment or in on the street, on the beach, as you like. In the next life also as cats and dogs, you will have sex. The sex life is not denied because the life is there. Ahara nidra bhayamaitunam cha. This maituna means sex. Eating, sleeping, and sex life and defending. Ahara nidra bhayamaitunam cha. Samanyametat Pashubirnaranam. So this is now inquiry. Now, if this inquiry is taken scientifically, is there sex after death? It is not joking. If it is taken seriously, so people should be informed that yes, there is sex after death. Why there is no sex? Because there is life after death. You get another body. Maybe a god's body, demigod's body, or a dog's body. You will get another body according to your own work. And as soon as you get body, these four things are there already: eating, sleeping, sex, and defending or fearing. So actually, the higher inquiry should be that then what is the position of the sex life? The position of the sex life is eternal. The sex life is from Radha and Krishna, Chin Mithuna, spiritual. But there, the sex life is not like this abominable sex life. There is sex impulse in the original. Otherwise, how we have got this sex impulse? So the Vedanta Sutra, Janmadhyasya Yathaha, Supreme Brahman Absolute Truth is that from whom everything comes. So if there is sex life, then in the Absolute Truth, there must be also sex life. Otherwise, where you have got it, where from we get it, everything is there. But the difference is that here everything is contaminated, abominable, and there everything is without inebrities. It's happy, healthy, and eternal, blissful. That's a difference. That's the difference. Just like Krishna's mother. Motherly affection of Mother Yashoda upon Krishna. Krishna is playing as child, pleasing Mother Yashoda. So that thing is also in this material world here also, the mother likes to raise his beloved child. The child also plays to give pleasure to the mother. The rasa means the humor or mellow. Exchange between the mother and child is there, and here also. Similarly, friendship, conjugal love, everything, all the five rasas, mellows are there. The impersonalist cannot understand it. They are afraid. As soon as they hear love, oh, love, here is love, frustrated. Then it is Maya. Then Krishna's love is also Maya. Like that they will think. Therefore, they are called Mayavadi. They are carrying this material idea to the spiritual idea. And when they cannot accommodate, they make it zero or impersonal. Sunyavadi. That is their position, you see. They cannot understand that these very things are existing in the spiritual world in a blissful way. So there is sex, but there is blissful sex, not like here. We want to enjoy sex life, but at the same time want to get out of the result of sex life. Therefore, we use contraceptive tablets because the result of sex life is very miserable. So we want to avoid the miserable condition of sex life. But there is another life where there is no miserable condition of sex life. That is spiritual life. But the ordinary poor fund of knowledge people, they cannot understand it. They think that here the sex life is miserable, conditional sex life. So if in the spiritual world there is also sex life, that is also miserable. So this conception of sex impulse, just like Radha Krishna and Gopis dealing with Krishna, they think it is Maya. Therefore, they are called Mayavadi. They have no knowledge. Their brain cannot accommodate this idea that all these activities can be very blissful, supreme, without any difficulty, without any miserable condition. They cannot understand it. Therefore, it requires higher intelligence to understand Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is trying to give the people the happiness which is simply blissful without any inebrities. That is Krishna consciousness. It's always blissful. Vasudeve Bhagavati Atma Bhavam Dridam Gatha. Vasudeve Bhagavati, Vasudeva, the son of Vasudeva, Krishna. Bhagavati, he is the supreme personality of Godhead. Just like if I give one's father's name, then you know the man particularly. So here Bhagavati, there are many expansions of God. Advaitam Achyutam Anadim Anantarupam. But he is particularly mentioned here, Vasudeva Krishna. Krishna's name is Vasudeva. Vasudeve Bhagavati Atma Bhavam Dridam Gata. We are trying to enjoy life by making friends. Atma Bhavam. Atma Bhavam means very intimate, near relative or beloved. So we have to change our consciousness. Instead of trying to make this material world as beloved, you have to make Krishna as beloved. That is Krishna consciousness. Everything is there. You get everything in return. As here, you are trying to enjoy but without any inebriety. That's called Krishna consciousness. So Parikshit Maharaj attained this stage simply by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, he could give up all his kingdom, all his family, all his animals and everything, and he simply became Krishna conscious. Okay. So, thank you very much. Any questions or comments or realization you can share with us? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you very much for the association. Let's resume our class tomorrow morning sharp at 8 o'clock. Till then, Grandra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Patit Pav Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Vishnu Pranam. Namo Namah. Jai Sri Guru Maharaj ki jai. Nitai Gaur.